Welcome to the Big Slice Music Show here on That's Manchester TV. If you want to get in touch with the show, please do, and engage with myself and my guest this evening. Hashtag That's Music and myself at Paul Owie. To get in touch with me and the guest, we're going to be active and also speaking and giving you some feedback and having a chat and see what's going on. This evening, I'm in the heart of the Northern Quarter, the trendiest part in Manchester. Wish I would have made an effort with a better shirt and all these well-dressed members of the band. I am joined by Castle and Kane as part of their UK tour. They're in Gulliver's in Manchester, which looks like it's going to be a packed evening just before they go on stage. I'm joined by all members of the band and a few siblings actually, so we're going to introduce ourselves, guys. Welcome to the show.
Hiya.
You alright? So who have we got in the band then? So we've got everyone tonight. So
I'm Tom and I'm the only non-sibling.
Okay.
So I'm Helen.
And you do?
I sing and play a keyboard.
I play the drums.
I'm Joe and I sing and play guitar.
I'm Vin and I'm on bass.
I'm Fran and I play guitar.
Fantastic. So you guys, 2010, you're saying like you guys was getting together realistically, but it was quite soon after like BBC introducing where you guys were kind of catapulted into the limelight of the public. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, we did Tina Park in 2010, and that kind of came pretty suddenly, really. And after that was just kind of like a gradual process to where we are now.
And we've all had different things going on since then, so we've had quite a few responsibilities, but we don't have any responsibilities now. So
just rock and roll now. We're just the open road in your music.
Yeah.
See that Vince decided to have a family though recently, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Bit inconsiderate. Come on, Vince.
Letting us down.
Don't let me know.
No, true. That's a reality. But getting catapulted through Tina Park, was you not ready for that kind of like expectation of kind of where your music was going to go then? Or?
I think the band we were then is very different to the band we are now. We had violin and extra guitars, and we had like 7
different
people
members as well.
Yeah, we had another brother in the band then actually.
Another brother? Where's he gone along the way? Where's he gone?
Yeah.
Is he no good? Sorry, yeah. We can't cut that, I'm afraid.
leave it. It's fine. He knows. We spent those years kind of learning to be in a band and learning to write songs. But
you was learning at the coal face though, because you was playing festivals like that, and you continued down that.
We had something that was getting attention initially. But yeah, it was a very good experience those years to kind of get to where we are now.
So Castle and Kane, it sounds a bit folky. Where's that name derived from? Where is it?
It's a song by the Go-Betweens. It came out in the 80s, and we needed a name for a gig, didn't we?
And this song is all about childhood as well, and we love that.
So it's all about your childhood and you guys growing up together and the experiences together.
Lyrically, that song always said that to me.
Yeah.
Always said it's about childhood, and it's got a bit of a.
Well, that's
the yeah. We planned that. That was planned.
That was meant to happen.
They're having a brew. Yeah. Cup of tea before they go on stage.
I'm really sorry.
We need a cup of tea, don't we?
Sorry about that.
So for you guys, you've got your name. You've been kind of pushed into the limelight really quickly with Tina Park. Has your music changed much since then? What can people expect when they come and see your shows?
I'd say we're probably a bit heavier, but still keeping those trying to keep those like hooky melodies. And I think lyrically, I've definitely become a bit more ambitious. I think since then, just learning to write songs. Really, it's just. It's been an ongoing process.
So to have a band of like siblings and stuff, and kind of what you guys have brought together creatively to write, is there a struggle to write, or does it like flow quite naturally between you all? Does one write, or do you kind of share it between you?
Yeah, it changes, doesn't it? Sometimes Helen, you'll come up with a riff now and again on those rarest occasions.
Rare occasions.
Fran comes up with a riff, Sonia now and again. And yeah, we just share it like that. We can just kind of do it as a band together, or I'll just be away by myself and write a song and bring it to the band. So it's like it's really organic.
Natural,
yeah, it's really organic the way it works.
So in the time you guys have been together, you're now under management. You've been picked up by a record label. That must, in that time, I know Manchester bands have been going a lot longer. They've not had that. What would your advice be to bands that have not kind of got there yet?
Well, we were published and we've got management and stuff like that, but we haven't quite got the label yet.
Right.
It's not. What would you say about the label situation?
I would say the label situation is, for a band at our level, is not necessarily vital as most bands. So I think it is. I think where we've got to at the minute is all it's down to the people we already have around us, and we're quite happy with where we are at the minute.
It's the main thing in the music these days. If you can get people to come to gigs, buy tickets, buy CDs, buy merchandise, buy stuff, and if you can build that way by yourselves, then you can sustain yourself.
I think it's that organically growing, that, isn't it? And I think the thing I see with, there's so many Manchester bands, it's saturated with so many great bands. I mean, it's hard to know what to do and what's right to kind of, because there's no given way to kind of what works. I mean, what's worked for you and what you're going to carry on doing kind of moving forward?
I think we interact really well with our fans.
Yeah.
Like we always try and make an effort with them, and we'll try and remember their names. And we did a whole pledge campaign, and we
Free Pledge Music.
Yeah, Free Pledge Music, and we hand delivered a lot of the orders, and that's what we've always tried to do, haven't we? Just keep in touch with, because you
rely on them.
Yeah, totally.
I think we've got quite a different sound as well, because we sing a lot of like 3-part harmonies, and I don't think we sound like.
We've got similar voices.
Don't every band say that though? Is it? No, but it's a great sound you guys have got. And I mean, did the sound find you, or is it something you've purposely gone out there to craft?
I'd say it's just the blend
natural,
of us.
It's natural vocals, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
But it's been like harnessed, hasn't it? It's been
Yeah.
crafted over the.
Because for us, there's a Manchester band called Chief of Seattle, and they're so folky, and they're from one of the roughest parts of Moston, in an urban part of the city. But I was like, how do they find that sound? In that, do you know what I mean? It's a bit of a strange one. I found it really. There's a guy called Jackson Wolfe who's in the Twisted Dolls as well, and he's blueser, and he's from it's quite a rough area, to be fair. But it's like you guys are from Stockton. You've had Young Rebel set. I mean, to craft the sound you guys have got. I mean, what influences have like been through the band between you all?
We're all quite different.
It is, yeah.
Is it?
We've had comments at gigs saying, like we thought you're from America.
But we haven't really worked that hard on trying that. It's just sort of happened.
Yeah.
We haven't had to work that hard.
We just fell into that groove of kind of your sound.
Yeah.
Obviously we grew up in the same house apart from Tom.
I've nearly moved in though.
They make a point of that, Tom.
So
All
it's
right.
apart from
Make sure he knows.
So, I know my place, but
You're not one of us, Tom. But we grew up on quite a lot of Irish folk music. We grew up on quite a lot of Beatles.
American West, a little bit of country as well.
A little bit of country, did we?
Well, no,
A bit of Dolly.
Explains the birds and a bit of beard is going on. You don't go well down in the northern quarter in Manchester with them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We were in the soup kitchen today. We looked part of the cool kids, didn't we?
Yeah, for once, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Fran you're obsessed with the Beatles, and
I love them.
I grew up listening through I just heard him listen to it all the time in his room, and I thought, yeah, it's good.
But we like all those bands, don't we? All the classic.
Yeah, and classic
big
singer-songwriters.
Big songs. And all.
ELO writing that at the
Yeah.
minute, so 10cc, that type of thing.
Steve and
Yeah, no, that type of thing.
So for me, there's a band from Manchester that recently went to London and did a few tour dates called Last Race Home, and did a few rock and roll things. They crashed the tour bus. They got lost in Euston Station at 4 a.m. They got kicked out of the hotel, lost guitars and everything. What's the most rock and roll thing you guys have done?
I was worried you were going to ask that with your build up there, because you're going to be very disappointed with the answer.
I'm disappointed with what they did, to be honest, but I thought I'd ask anyway.
Rock and roll.
We're a family band, aren't we? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
hang on, we can get something.
There must be something in there. Rock and roll.
I think some of Fran's driving is like.
Do you always argue? Do you argue kind of like when you're on the road?
Yeah, we generally hate each other, but then obviously you're siblings, so you have to get on, because you're on tour and things. But
Yeah. Every tour, there's guaranteed one night where Fran gets horrifically drunk, and the next day is just like we just.
It's a write-off.
Yeah, that's a write-off for him, but we have a great time, don't we?
Yeah.
So
you take it in tour to drive the tour bus?
Yeah, there's
we
like
have
three.
two managers as well.
Yeah, we split it, and Fran always makes a big deal of his half an hour stint, so he doesn't drive for about 5 days after that.
So tour dates for you guys then. So obviously you've enjoyed so much success. I mean, what can we expect in 2016? What can people brace themselves for with you guys?
well, we've got another. We keep. What is it? What's the date today?
Sunday the 28th.
So we're touring the whole of February, really.
Yeah.
Right up until March.
Where's the tour taking you around the
So
UK?
the whole of the UK, right from like Edinburgh right down South London, pretty much. Every major city. Well.
Yeah.
And it finishes in Belgium as well so that's like going into Europe for the first time, so that's quite exciting for us.
And then we've got some festivals lined up, and I'm not sure which ones
Have we announced them yet? Are they kind of like
Live at Leeds has been announced.
Oh yeah, it's been announced.
A couple of local ones, but
Oxford one.
there's a few down south.
There's quite
a lot.
Like
Most
Cornbury
weekends
and
Yeah.
there's a few others.
so new music? So you've got quite a bit of music out. Can we expect anything in the studio anytime soon?
Yeah, so we're going to ICP Studios in Brussels in April to record with a producer out there. And hopefully, I think we'll have our first single out by probably
Summer.
summer. That's it.
Yeah, that'll be album 2, and there'll be probably a single over summer, one near Christmas, and then maybe the album coming out at the start of next year. That'd be good.
But yeah, and beyond that, I'm not sure.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Someone's got a plan.
We're excited.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have already enjoyed like exposure on Dermot O'Leary's show, MTV, and stuff like. I mean, that doesn't come by chance. I mean, your music's been so well received, though. That must be a right buzz for you guys.
It is a buzz. The Dermot thing was good, yeah.
It was.
It's a lovely man, isn't he?
He's a lovely person, yeah.
But the biggest buzz for me is like hearing people sing songs. I think that will always be the biggest buzz for me. And we get that now and again on tour, don't we?
Yeah, quite a lot. Yeah.
It's a great
Sticking back, yeah. Especially now that they've got the album, because obviously we were together for a little while before the album was released, so people didn't have the material. But now that the fact that it's been released last September, now you come to shows and people know all the lyrics. So it's a different experience for us.
So people who don't know your music, who've not heard it yet, where can we find it, and where's the best place to go to talk to you guys, download it, and find out what you're all about?
Well, we're all over social media, so we're on Instagram,
Social media
Twitter,
whores.
Facebook, iTunes, everything, Spotify. Yeah.
Well, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure to absolutely have you here on That's Manchester TV anyway. So when you're coming back soon, we need to do a bit of a session in SSR anyway, so let's make sure we get that going on. These guys have been absolute legends, Cattle and Kane. I've been Paul Owen. This has been the Big Slice Music Show. This is what we do.